Hello everyone, I'm Super Yadav. Welcome back to my new YouTube channel and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon. So in today's videos, which I'm going to make, it is about how to improve our English communication. How can learn? How can we be able to speak in English? So there is few things which everyone have to follow, which we already did. Did you hear what I said? There is a few things which everyone have to do, which we already did. And what you're just thinking that what we already did, and is thinking about what we have to do, which we already did. You everybody know that the things which you did to improve the language. The language. I'm talking in this moment about the language. The language which is your native. You made you're being able to speak. You speak so fluently your native language. Do you know why? There were few activities which you did in your past, in your childhood, and welcome. And the point of speaking English, you were not doing that. You were doing unnecessary things. You were refusing to yourself. You were just giving excuses. It's difficult by saying that it's difficult. Please do not give more important that you just everything it's a language. And when you think that it is nothing, then the work will be easier. You will start up doing so easy that how you did, how you got your native language, how you are being able to speak your native language. So that are the four things which I'm going to tell you that you can prepare these four skills as well as you can include. You can mix the things, the activities which you did to learn your native language. So the four tips and tricks which everybody is doing, most of the people are doing, which you are being able to read, which who is good reader, they're more fluent, and these things will definitely help. But there is those activities also which you did in the past, so we can connect. We have both ideas. When you connect, when you do both ideas including, then we are going to make more advanced our English speaking. So first I will tell you that these four techniques: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. These things you have to do to improve your English communications. So one of the first things is listening. Listening. You have to listen as more as you can. You have to listen a lot. You have to listen a lot. Did you not listen in your childhood? You listened. You listened a lot. In 1 year, you did not understand. You were thinking that, understanding that what the people used to say. You couldn't reply them, but you used to listen. So that the same things you have to do in this point. In this case, you have to listen a lot. When you listen, you will understand some things. At first time, you will not recognize what they are saying, but you can be able to understand for a few time. At earlier, if I talk about earlier, I tell you the people used to listen and they didn't know that the meaning of this word. They were understanding, they were listening, they were trying to think that they were observing the activities. And by observing those activities, they were trying, they were thinking and matching the meaning of this word. But now you have the amazing application, you have the amazing way, you know that your own language, you know your language, your native language. So by comparing also, you can compare in some time. You do not understand the word in English which you hear, which you listen. If you do not know that, you can go in a dictionary and search there. You will find the meaning of the word. At least you understand the meaning at this point. But when you listen every day, that the sentence structure, the construction, the idioms, everything will be set in your mind. The way of speaking, that will be totally go in your mind, and you will be able to speak fluent. There is a nothing like that. You are not going to being able to speak. You will definitely being able to speak. At least you have to start this. At first you start listening. So listen more and as you can that. For listening, you do not have to give some more that kinds of things, because you can listen so easily. You're not giving so much effort in a listening. But one thing is that when listening, you just have to ask yourself, are you really listening or not? You do not have to tell to other. You just have to ask with yourself that, are you really listening? And that time you realize that, yeah, I'm listening. Because when you are connecting, when you're listening with carefully, so you will understand the meaning, you will understand the pronunciation. So like this way, the sentence construction is going to in your head. So after listening, what you have to do? You have already completed listening. Listening has finished. So what to do in this time? Then after you can read. You can start off reading. Or you start reading and first you can also reading and the same dialogue you can listen. Both whatever you like you can do that. So listening and readings both you have to do. Then after when you will have completed your listening and reading, then you can start up writing for making improvement the spelling. But accurate writer, if you want to be accurate writer, the meaning of the word, how to develop story, how to write whatever things, for that you need a good writer. Good writing skills means spelling, everything have to correct. So you have to write, you have to practice for that, for writing in some paper or writing to some words. So and that time for writing examination, that time you must need the meanings, you definitely need, but you need the sentence structures, the word, and the spell of the word, how to spell those words which you have listened, which you have read. So for writing you have to practice for that. And finally, the fourth important, it is one of the most important for speaking. You can think that this is the action when we have to start. Action. This is the action when we have to start. We have to speak whatever we have understood, what we have learned. This is the time when your action is going to start. So in this case, most of the people are afraid to feel shy, and most of the students, most of the people, when they start to speak, they stuck. The word doesn't comes. The word doesn't comes in his mind. Why? They didn't do practice. They did writing. They did listening. They did writing, and they listening, writings, and reading. Everything they have finished. The most important things is speaking. They didn't do. So until you start practicing and speaking with yourself, you are not going to make improvement in this way, in this language. Whatever the language you are going to prepare, whatever the language you are going to use, you are going to learn. Until you speak with yourself, or until you speak with someone who is with you, you are not going to improve. You are not going to make improvement. So for that, you have to do that. Okay, these four things, if you practice, if you do it on a daily basis, then in this way your English conversation, your English speaking skill is going to be improved. And this next time, the traditionally which we used to follow, which we have been follow from the childhood, that is, I can listen. That is also the listening. That comes to listening at first. Listen. If you do not know the meanings of the word, listen 1 year until 1 year you will be listening. You have the time of listening. You have the time of observing. Now in this moment you will say that, and no, I learned my native language because of there were the people who used to speak in my native language, and I used to hear those words. So in this time there is no one who has been using the English. So how can I improve? Okay, no worry, don't worry. And honestly, you don't need that. You can create the English environment at yourself. I would like to ask you a question. Do you have a phone or not? Do you have mobile phone? Do you have an internet connection? Of course, everybody have. Everybody has. So why don't you search? Why don't you download some videos on a daily basis, on a daily conversation, and you try to listen? That is the good English environment where you can listen. You can get so many videos, so many interesting videos which have been speaking every day on a daily basis. You can learn all the things which we used to learn in our childhood. Everything's are available on the internet. But for that, what to do? Which videos should we study? Which videos should we listen? That thing is important. So go and take out the daily basic conversation, and that must be simple. That you have to understood. You can listen, you can understood, not at a native speakers. You're going to watch the native speakers how they are speaking. Their speak is so fast, so devastating, so fast. You will quit that. You will not spend your time because you are not understanding. So child, you can use this video which it is about child, like child speaking. He speaks slow, the word will be clear, you will understand, you will understand the meaning. So this way, that it will take time. Then after having a practice speaking, which I earlier told you that, then everything is going to be perfect. And this is the things, guys, if you're going to follow on a daily basis, if you do these activities every day, 1 hour to minimum, you can do give 30 minutes and maximum as your wishes. I used to give more and more. I was more interested. Before 1 year, I was more interested. I used to give more and more times. I could not express. I was loving with so much. That's why today I have not improved a lot, but I'm being able to speak. I'm being able to express my feeling, my thought in front of others. So guys, this is the most. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. And I think that you have already liked it. If you're watching this, then you have already liked it. So if you do not, don't worry. My things, my experience, how I learned, that are things which I have shared, which I have told in this video. Okay guys, let's meet you in next video. See you, bye bye.